I'm just a few minutes away from teaching a yoga class this afternoon, and I'm feeling a little off balance today as I've been running through the sequence on my own. So I'm going to take you through one of my favorite ways to ground my feet down into my mat to feel a little bit better connected to the floor so that I can balance in some of those trickier poses like dancer and airplane. All you need is a lacrosse ball. You're going to place that down on the ground, step your right foot on top. Scoot back a little so you can see me. Place that right foot on top and then just draw some slow circles on that lacrosse ball with the bottom of your foot. Applying a little bit of pressure to the inner arch of the foot. That's usually the spot that's the most tender. So you can take your time on that. You could press down on one spot, take a few breaths without even rolling. But after a few rounds on the arch of the foot, do make sure that you get the whole bottom of it, all the way up by the heel, as close to the ball of the foot as you can without losing control of the ball. Good, and after a few more seconds here of just creating some circles on the ground, you're gonna stop that ball right underneath the ball of your foot. So I'm pressing the padded part of my foot, like if you rise up to your tippy toes, you're gonna set that foot onto the ball. Press your heel onto the ground, so the heel's down, the toes are lifted, and then wrap your toes around the ball like you could pick it up with your feet. Okay? Like a bird would scoop down and grab something with the bottoms of its feet. I want you to try to do that with your right foot. And you're gonna feel the muscles in the arch of your foot flex and the top of the foot stretches. And do that for a couple seconds, a really tight squeeze. And then lift and spread your toes out as wide as they'll go, and then squeeze that ball again. Try to wrap your toes around the front of it. And then lift and spread the toes wide. You're gonna do it one more time. One big squeeze, wrapping the toes around the ball. Awesome. And then relax your toes again. Just take one or two more circles on that right side. And then before you switch sides, just pick the ball up so it doesn't roll away. Place both feet on the ground and see if you can feel a difference. For me, after I roll, the muscles in the bottom of that foot feel like they're just pressing into the ground, like really melting into the floor, versus that other side where I can feel like some tightness and some space underneath the foot. That right foot definitely has some more surface area on the ground now. So you're just gonna do that same thing with the left side. Slow circles, putting a lot of pressure down onto that lacrosse ball. Okay, giving a good amount of attention to the inside of the foot, close to the arch. Maybe pausing in one or two spots that feel a little tender or a little more dramatic. And then go back to those big circles, just covering as much surface area as you can. Awesome. And then you're going to stop the ball of the left foot on top of the ball. Press your left heel down and then wrap those left toes around the ball like you could just scoop it up off the floor. Feel your arch flex, let the top of the foot really stretch out. Good, lift and spread your toes wide. Take a second wrap, maybe a little tighter this time, an extra flex. Good, and then lift and spread them wide. And one more time. Tight wrap around that ball. And relax your foot, take a few more circles. So really easy, it's, I don't know, what was that, maybe 2 minutes? Minute on each side, probably a little bit longer knowing me. But that small motion of just drawing circles with your foot can really help you feel more connected to the ground in your balance poses. So just keep one of these lacrosse balls tucked away with your yoga mat somewhere and try this out before your next class.